leather gloves, we're slapping in hams, popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands, pink cotton candy, love on a stick, who's chasing the beer, that circle the lips, play ball, play ball, play ball, play ball.
Bang. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives Live here on Strong Island Television in Paradise Studios in beautiful downtown Massapequa, New York. You know that?
Brought to you by Barasch and McGarry.
Yeah, you are all
lawyers for the 9/11 community.
Without Richie here, I thought we were going to forget that, but
nope.
not you, not Roseanne
not
Sorrentino.
Me. I know.
So Richie, we don't know where Richie is tonight. You know,
he's got a rash.
It's not even a rash anymore. He doesn't even, he just says, "I'm not coming."
Yeah.
I go, "What weeks are you have? I'm not coming." There's no, nothing. And
There's
then
no
Roseanne,
allegiance. But John is like, I'm there.
Jumps right in there. And you know what? Your daughter would do it also. She's
a little crankier. She wouldn't really.
She's the
She'd be
younger.
like, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I worked all day.
Hey, it's Patrick McDonald. It's Johnny Plug
Plug time.
Our longest running fan. Thank you, Patrick, for always watching Laughter Saves Lives Live. So let's talk Mother's Day. I heard you guys talking pre-show about Mother's Day. I agree with everything pretty much you're saying.
Well, we said mothers, it's Mother's Day, but mothers usually wind up doing at least 60% of whatever. Like if there's going to be a barbecue, we're shopping. We're making sure you got everything. And then the husband or the children, they cook and they think they're heroes.
Now, I do the shopping. I like to do the shopping.
Yes, so you're always at Uncle Giuseppe's.
I'm not good at the cleaning. I got to be honest.
But you have kids.
I have kids.
They can clean.
Kids. They will clean. So the mom and the good part is we have two moms. We have my daughter-in-law and we have Paula.
That's nice.
So your situation is interesting because you have the mom and you and then the two daughters. So it gets
and the sister. And there's a lot of moms.
There's a lot going on there.
A lot going on.
I had a big.
That's it. That's we're done with Mother's Day. He gave it 30 seconds. What are you doing for the woman who made you a dad? What are you doing for her for Mother's Day?
Well, I usually buy her a ton of flowers in the morning. She loves her flowers. I go to the nursery.
Nice.
And I just buy a ton of flowers. I don't plant them.
So they die.
No, she likes planting with my daughters. That's not my thing.
That's okay. You don't have to like planting them.
I have the gardener that comes. I have a landscaper. Look at me.
Look at
right?
You.
The firefighter can't do his own lawn.
Well, I have to tell you, one of the best Mother's Days, because I always, when I lived in my house, when I was married, I had hooks for planters, but I never
You were a big hooker.
I was a big hooker.
Yeah.
And I never had the plants hanging from the hooks. And one Mother's Day, I woke up and I went outside.
Don't say it.
And he went and bought plants for every hook.
Oh, he was a hooker.
He was a jerk. But he did that nicely.
But he bought plants once. And that's lovely. Yeah, so we're big plants. My mom too. I miss my mom on Mother's Day, obviously.
I bet.
She was the best. My mother was she's a lot like Judy, your mother, Judy. I love Judy.
Judy's the best.
My mother was so much fun. She was a bowler also like Judy.
Judy.
She loved to bowl. She was a tomboy when she was a kid, so she loved playing with the grandkids, ball and all that.
Is that like a mid-70s thing where suddenly you're like, I need to join a bowling league? Is this going to happen to me?
I actually was in a bowling league as a teenager.
So was Bridget.
All of us went to 63rd Drive it wasn't Forest Hills. It was down by the
Kew Gardens,
Queens Boulevard.
Kew Gardens? Middle Village?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't in the Middle Village. It was more towards Forest Hills. It was in between, whatever that is there. And we took over the whole place. It was only 12 lanes. And you know what I remember best about this? This is me, the food guy, right? The burgers. Ordering the burgers after 2 games. It was all my friends. We had so much fun bowling back in the day. But now I'm into the pickleball. And it's so much fun knowing that every week I'm going to see now Roseanne Sorrentino
Bridget Kavanaugh.
Bridget
Kavanaugh.
Bridget Kavanaugh. Because she's so much fun. You never know what to expect from Bridget Kavanaugh, right?
You don't.
And that's
really
what I
don't.
love about it. You never know what to expect, what she's going to say to you.
She's fun. She's mean.
I wouldn't say she's mean because
to me she's a little mean.
I don't want her to get mad at me again. I owe her a sweatshirt and
she's like, I said, you heard it. I asked her, how did I do on pickleball this week? And she goes, bad.
Well, I'm glad you're not asking me because I don't want to insult anybody ever in my life. So
listen, I know I'm not good, but I'm learning.
I'm kidding you. You know I'm kidding you.
It's not a money league.
You're having fun.
I am.
You're willing to learn because the other day I said, let's go for a lesson. And you said,
yes.
No.
And then I got here and I was like, no, let's just go to lunch.
Let's go to lunch. Yeah, I was willing to. So anyway, this is funny. The Whooper.
The Whooper?
I wrote down here Whopper. Whopper. I thought I wrote Whopper.
Whopper. WHOPPER.
But I wrote Whooper.
WHOPER.
So I didn't want to type it over. So I said, Roseanne's not going to notice this. Before we go on the issue, so it's a Whooper. Like the educator has to come out. Leave me alone. Here was my conundrum. Is that a good word?
That's a very good word.
I went into Burger King with my girlie, right? $4.39 for a Whopper, and I was going to get like a healthy salad or something, right?
You're at Burger King. Why are you getting a salad?
I didn't want to get 2 burgers. It was $4.39 for a Whopper, 2 for $5. Oh my God! Why did they do that to me? Now I had to eat 2 Whoppers.
2 Whoppers?
Can I?
Well, yeah. It doesn't matter. It's protein. There's no protein in salad.
Do you
What's
notice
going on
something's
over here?
going on over here?
What is going on?
My friend, my buddy, fellow firefighter Joe Napoli wanted to come out to be on the show tonight, and I said, "All right, Joe, you're up second
Is
or whatever."
that chicken parm?
Yes. And he went to get a sandwich before.
No. He went to get a sandwich.
A hero.
But let's bring Joe in, Bob. Can we bring Joe in since he's freaking sitting at the table? Joe, there's other tables in here that you could eat in your, what is it, chicken palm hero?
It's actually chicken palm.
What's in there?
Homemade chicken palm.
Homemade.
Roasted peppers.
Wait, who made it?
My wife.
But you're a good cook.
Oh, yeah, I told her how to make them. Oil and vinegar, a little provolone.
What are those, roasted red peppers?
Hold on, let me just cross out the 3
That's
topics
nice.
we're not able to get to now because you sat at the table. All right.
And
so
you just we're in the middle of our wrap, and you said,
I said, come on out
and bring dinner.
And I said, eat. But I say, sit in the studio. This is a live TV show that we take very serious. We try to.
This is a serious sandwich.
That is a serious
that
sandwich.
That is good. I could blow a commercial, tonight and
well, you know
maybe Joe Malonis will. Ask get him next week so we can eat the hero.
Hold on.
Oh, do you eat heroes?
I had dinner. We went to an Italian restaurant before we came here.
Oh, you never invite me to go out to eat with you.
You're going to drive all the way to Lindenhurst?
To be with Roseanne Sorrentino and Bridget Kavanaugh?
Then
and Judy? No, we're not allowed to eat on the air.
Then next Wednesday, you're coming to dinner with us.
Oh, wow.
All right. If I have to say homemade, come on.
All right. So here's my other conundrum.
About it.
Thank you.
The Goose is in his first track meet the other day. My grandson, Vincent Frank, watching a loop school, Rookie, right?
I'm even this to Bridget. She'll
I am at the rail, right? The kids are lined up. First race ever. I am at the rail. What do you do when your grandson comes running by? What do you do?
You yell, Goose!
Go, Goose, right? Run, Goose! He stops in the race. He stops and looks at me. And my son goes, you cost him the silver. His first race. What is the grandpa supposed to do with a grandma? So I'm getting ridiculed for that right now.
Well, that's better than when I went to Bridget's track meet. And the girl,
is this recently?
No, when she was in school.
Was she fast?
Well, she could have been if the girl in the lane.
Bridget, come over here. Bridget, you have a minute for us?
Come on, Bridge.
Because we're going to do a pickleball segment now.
Whose phone is ringing?
What's the difference? It's Laughter Saves Lives Live.
But I only have half an outfit on.
That's
half
okay.
Half outfit is good.
Here, and I have chicken sandwich for you.
To tell you the truth, I only have half an outfit on too.
Bridget, tell us what happened to you in your track meet when you were in school.
My track meet.
I was in one of the lower heats because I was slow.
Right.
And then the gun went off. They put a couple of us in one lane. Right? Gun goes off. Me and another girl trip over each other. We both fall. It's very embarrassing.
Right.
I came in last, and my coach didn't see the fall. He goes, "Why'd you lose the race?" And I said, "Because I fell back there and I had a huge bruise on me. I never ran that race again."
And I have to say,
Kavanaugh.
I looked at her. I'm standing in the stands, and I'm looking at her face, and she wants to cry.
I was tearing up.
So bad, she wanted to cry, but she persevered.
I did. I was tearing up.
All right, so Bobby, let's talk
Wait a minute.
pickleball. Let's talk pickleball. Oh, that was a good one. So this week at Laughter Saves Lives pickleball team, we're playing. Let's try to balance this out a little bit. We're playing in a league, right? We still got Bridget coming on. You sit on mom's lap. All right, so I gotta move back. There you're like, oh, for Mother's Day. Oh, look at us, so cute for Mother's Day.
So cute.
So Bridget Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
So we played this week. Our Laughter Saves Lives team went 5-0 this week.
You guys killed it.
Not only did we go 5-0, we played two really good teams. We were losing 10-4 and 10-6. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. We went 11-10, came back and won. Olivia Little Rokia was on fire. My coach.
She keeps you in line.
My coach, she actually said to me, "Dad, you can take Tuesday off, rest, and be back in the gym on Wednesday." So it was a good night. But, Roseanne is coming down. We're happy she's there. She's having little struggles. And her coach, Bridget Kavanaugh, is, I think, maybe a little hard on her, Bridget Kavanaugh.
I don't think I am.
You don't think? What are some of the things that, Bobby just balanced out the picture.
I know.
What are some of the things that, give me 3 things that you think Roseanne can do better. I did get one. I sent an email out to the whole league, by the way, because they're senior one tonight. I said, what can Bridget do better? And one person said, don't park in front of my house. Now, I don't think he was from the league. I think.
Listen, I know I'm on the big. I'm big and I'm not small, but we have a lot of viewers every week. We also get a lot of new viewers every week.
Yeah.
And I know it's impossible to fathom it because they look the same age, but a lot of people don't know that Bridget is actually the lovely Roseanne's daughter.
That is true.
That is
true. And I am the father. And if my wife is watching, that's what your present is for Mother's Day. I was holding back.
Yay!
Bridget Kavanaugh, new daughter. All right. I would like to do the focus for Mom.
Here's the thing. I
Be
was
gentle.
saying, if you watched Guilted Into It, you would know. I said when she hits the ball, it's like her wrist bones dissolve. She has no tension in the wrist.
No tension.
So she hits it,
And
and
folds.
the ball goes not where she wants it. You need tension in the wrist. So
Okay.
You move through the
Does
ball.
it go like this, the ball?
The ball, if she wants to hit it this way, it's going that way.
Okay.
It's not happening. So you need tension in the wrist.
Tension in the wrist.
Tension
Right?
in the
Just
wrist.
a little bit.
All
Not
Good.
too much, but you know.
What else,
a little bit.
Coach?
We need to plant our feet. She runs at and through the ball. She needs to stop and she needs to
Plant
set
her
up
feet.
and then hit. And yes,
You listening
and then
to
a
this?
swing.
I'm listening.
All
I'm
right.
And then
listening.
a swing. And just generally be nicer to me on the court. would be the
Oh.
best.
Because you probably very sweet to her on the
No,
court.
Yes, I
she
am.
Larokia's me.
What does she do? What is
She
a
starts
Larokia?
yelling at me.
That's when you hog the ball.
That's when
Oh,
you
that's a
hog
the ball. But I never yelled at you when you were on my team.
Well,
No, but you hog the
in
ball.
the moment.
And then when she decides she's
Yes.
not going to hog the ball,
Yes.
she doesn't let me know. And then I miss.
What is my signal,
That's
though,
why she
Bridget?
misses.
Bridget, when you were on my team, what is my signal that I'm going to go on your side of the court and you should switch with me?
I
What was
think
the
you
signal?
should stand up and do it.
All right, so you're behind me
I'm
on the
behind
court.
you on the court.
All right, and I want to cheat a little bit, go on her side, but I want her to cover my side. You getting this? So she's behind me. Here's my signal. I'm facing this way, right? If I go like this,
Right.
that was the signal, right?
Yes, and
And you had a
because of
problem
this,
with
I've
that.
had to stare at your behind
It's a nice little.
far
Bridget,
more than I've ever wanted to.
it is a nice little touch. So
It's tight.
this week, Laughter Saves Lives is playing teams 1 through 4. We're going to get our butts kicked. We're going to be brought
Yep.
down to earth.
Right.
And you guys are
and
going
we'll be back at the bottom.
We'll
How
be
many-
back at the bottom.
You have some wins, though. How many wins?
None.
No,
No.
we
Oh,
had
our
some
team
wins.
does.
Team, right? I didn't,
2.
Last week.
I have none.
No, last week we unfortunately went 4-1.
so you're going to be playing some good teams too. You're going to move up.
No. Oh, I meant 1-4.
1 and
Oh,
4.
1 and
1 and
4.
4. No,
1 and 4.
we suck.
All right. So
Sorry about
thank you guys for doing our
It's
pickleball
time for our
segment.
commercial.
Thank you.
We're going to go to commercial and we'll be back with Joe Milonis, veteran, Army veteran. We'll be back.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
But I used to get this.
We're back.
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives. Bang it out.
Live
here on Strong Island Television by New York. And we are joined by, we say, Army what? What was your title? Army?
I was a staff sergeant.
Staff Sergeant Joe Milonis?
Yes.
Is all branches of the military like that? Because I know the Marines are, once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. Like you never say a retired Marine. What do you say in the Army? Retired?
I'm out. Former Army.
Out.
I am no longer in. I'm okay with being a former member of the military.
Listen, first I want to apologize for all the chicken cutlet crumbs that are on the table here.
I'm just mad I didn't get a slice.
Oh, I'm sure there's some left. I don't think Joe polished that off. Yeah.
I mean, it's been a little nibbled by me and Bridget, but if you don't skeeve.
That's not going to scare me.
No.
Because I can't. It was delicious, but I'm full. I had full dinner before this.
No, Joey was nice enough to bring in a sandwich.
Sliding over the chicken. I
So,
love that you don't skeeve.
I know, and we love that our guests start eating right off the bat when I'm going to ask him. Going to ask him his first question.
It's
So
all
it's
right.
like,
Bring it on.
That's okay. We're having dinner. It's
Listen,
like family
that's
dinner, right?
that's what the show is all
That
about.
is good, Joe. Nice work.
Mr. Milonis, thank you for taking the time to join us tonight on Laughter Saves Lives Live.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for not watching a show before you came on, because most people who do never show up. So you were in the military, you were in the Army, and what always blows me away when I teach on military bases, when I go to the gate and I check in and then I go inside, it is a different world.
It is.
It is a simple world. And these guys who make a commitment to be in the military, it's not all about, going overseas, and that's important. But your lifestyle is very simple. Where were you originally trained and stationed?
Okay, so I went to my basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and then I went down to Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
For my medic training.
Oh, you were a medic?
For my first 2 years.
How old were you when you joined the military?
I was 18.
Wow. What's the youngest you could join?
Probably never made
You can
your
join
bed
at
before that.
17.
Oh, you could join at 17.
That is not true.
What did you say?
I had my own place when I was 16.
Oh.
I was out on my own early. So.
All right.
16. Wow. I moved out of my parents' house last year. I think it was last year. Wow. So that you had to grow up fast.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I'm back. So I'm making up for
I'm making up
after the divorce. I was like, you know what? Let me make up for that time I missed.
Yeah,
the military called my house when I was 18. They were like, that's when they used to call your house and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was the Marines. And I just hear my mother laughing. And I go, who's that? She goes, it's the Marines. I go, what they want? They want you.
Oh, jeez.
I went, you told them no, right?
So now, so where did you go from there? Did you see any active duty in combat, anything like that?
Yeah, I did. I ended up doing 2 tours in Iraq in 2003 when we initially went over there.
Right.
And then from 2005 to 2006, we were there for 13 months.
Is there anything that our viewers should know that maybe people don't know? I'm not telling you any military secrets. What I mean is, I don't think people totally understand, again, what you guys do. You're in a foreign country. You're in the middle of nowhere. Is there anything that when you got over, you went, wow, this is the real deal? Like,
I mean, yeah, I guess. But, the thing you learn the most is we're all the same. Like there was at one point we were training some of the Iraqi soldiers and they're military same as ours, man. They break each other's chops.
Right.
They're just trying to earn a living for their families.
Right.
Like it's all the same.
Yeah.
The uniforms are different. The language is a little different. But other than that, I mean, there's not much to it.
And you do some stand-up. And I know my father, when he went into the military, he always said his sense of humor is what carried him through. Being able to do that, joke with, your brothers and sisters over there. Is there any stories you can give us or something that you were like, made you laugh over there?
Well, I was actually, when I was the equal opportunity representative.
Okay.
So I had to give a lot of classes, different classes about, equality, racism, domestic violence, don't ask, don't tell, when that was still a thing. So when you're, giving a class to 200 soldiers, you got to be funny.
Right.
You got to keep the interest. Otherwise, they'll run over you.
Without a doubt.
So basically, that was what started my comedy career, was just being in the military, having to give those classes.
And I was just the opposite. Well, not really. I taught at the FDY Academy or whatever. And especially the guys in the Special Operations Command, they're not going to sit there and listen to a hazmat lecture for an hour.
No.
It's just not happening.
Never.
So it's got to be like 20 minutes of humor and 20 minutes of breaks and hopefully 20 minutes of material.
Oh, that's what being a teacher is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think you can lecture to middle schoolers for 42 minutes without cracking a joke.
Right.
Yeah,
and you need to know that, somebody, I'm not the smartest guy. This is not going to surprise you.
No,
or it may surprise you. I'm not the smartest guy out there.
Yes, you are.
Whooper. With my whoopers,
you
Burger
can't
King.
spell.
With my whoopers,
You can't spell.
But
I'll give you that.
But you need to understand that what your job as an instructor is. The basic thing I always tell people, they need to learn. It's not you need to give them all the information you know. Tell them how smart you are because
they need to
learn. That's your job. So when you're up there, you can't blow them away with material. You got to go to their level and make sure they learn.
Hazmat. You might want to be a little specific.
Oh, what means?
Well, no, I'm saying
just the class,
you're giving a class on hazmat training. You might want to be specific. Like,
I didn't say not be specific.
No, but you were like, you can't tell them what they. No, you kind of have to tell them. It's like if you're a phlebotomist and they're like, figure it out.
Just keep poking till.
Yeah, you'll hit a vein eventually.
Phlebotomist. That's the blood person, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, student. All right, so you're in the military. Thank you for your service. Then a few weeks ago, I noticed you're going to box. Now, you've been a boxer also for a while?
Yeah, probably since I was 16, I started boxing. It's funny. My grandfather was a soldier. He was in World War II. Obviously, I joined the Army. He was also a boxer. I started boxing as soon as I could. So, yeah. About 30 years, I guess. I've been in and out of the ring.
In and out. All right.
Yeah.
So then you decide, I'm going to join this competition for the Tunnels to Tower.
Well, they're doing a show at the theater at Madison Square Garden, which is just an unbelievable venue. The world's most famous arena, the Mecca of boxing. something I am totally undeserving of being a member of
Right.
and participating at. It is ridiculous that I get to fight at the Garden. But yeah, they're gonna have a bunch of bouts, a lot of cops, a lot of firefighters, a lot of military, and yeah, we're gonna try and take care of Tunnels to Towers. And
so, are you training?
I actually am.
What is your training
for this
regimen?
one.
I
Well,
can see
he's
it's
eating a
chicken
hero
cutlet
here.
farm.
I don't want
He's training.
Definitely some chicken cutlets.
I don't want to brag, but no, I do a lot of sparring. I'm older now. I got bad knees. I got bad back, so the running is a little bit harder. But a lot of sparring.
So you're going to go get in a ring and let somebody try to punch you?
Well, no, they're going to punch me.
They're going to punch
There's no trying. I'm not sure if you ever seen me fight before. I get hit a lot.
Well, there are people that are always trying to punch you, right? At least you get in the ring now.
I'm okay with
people,
it.
Hey,
I'm okay
Joe,
with it.
ping!
One of my greatest skills is my ability to take a punch.
All right.
Probably not what you want to be known for, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Well, we wish you luck. That's nice
great.
that you're going in there and taking a pummel and making some money for Tunnel to Tower, because they're a wonderful, wonderful organization. The stuff they do.
Unbelievable. And if you do some research on how it started, I mean, you get goosebumps reading the story.
It's unbelievable.
And it's an amazing thing, and to be able to participate in it and, like I said, raise a few dollars and fight in the Garden. Like every time I say it, I get goosebumps.
Hey, wait!
It's
Can we
absurd.
support you? Can we? We're not allowed to talk, but can people? How can people support you?
I think you can go to Tunnels to Towers website
And find you?
and find us, or you look up on Ticketmaster. I think you look up the theater at Madison Square
All right.
Garden. It's going to be June 7th.
All right.
If you were interested and you had some free time on a Friday night.
Well,
please,
I'd like to can I put down I'll give $5 every time he gets punched in the face. No,
I assure you will sell your home to try and pay for this. You are not going to be able to cover that.
Well, good for you that you're doing that. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for taking the time to come in to do our little show here after Saves Lives.
I'm not going to lie. I'm just here for the food. So thank
Enjoy.
you for having me, Joe.
And very good.
Twin Joe Napoli. I give him a new nickname.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that can save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought. All right, so we are live, Paradise Studios, New York. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out tonight. Woo!
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives live.
And I'm out of
Oh, you're supposed to be the scene already. What has he got now? Here's Brooklyn Joe Napoli.
He's got more.
Hey, how you doing?
We don't have a lot of people from Brooklyn on, so is it all right if we call you Brooklyn Joe Napoli?
Absolutely.
What is in that box?
What are you doing now?
Forget.
That's not a Smash is it?
No.
All right.
So Joe's brought in
Nice Brooklyn eclair.
Oh my
man.
God!
Show
Are
the
you kidding
camera.
me?
Look at this. Can we? That's beautiful,
Wow.
Joe. You didn't have to
Thank
do
you.
all of that.
I know.
So Joe was a firefighter with me in hazmat.
Oh, he was?
In hazmat company number 1. Yes,
I bet you guys were hilarious in that fight.
he was.
I
I was not funny in the firehouse at all. I listened to people like Joe who were funny, and then I stole their material and went on stage with it. But we had funny. Now Joe came over after 9/11, correct, Joe?
Yes.
Because it all blends in. We had some funny guys pre 9/11. Dennis Carey and Dennis Scalzo. These guys were funny. That's why I started the foundation, because they made me laugh, But then after 9/11, thank God we got wonderful personalities like this who broke your balls. That's what you needed after 9/11. You needed people to treat you, like we were treated before 9/11. Because before these guys started integrating in, it was all of us who experienced the loss of a third of our company, right? How do you deal with that? Well, this was our medicine.
You want to know something? I always wish that I had the physical strength and the bravery to be in like the fire department because I would love the ball breaking.
Well, can I tell you this?
I can break them.
That's the best part.
I can break them. Like I remember in school, they gave a sexual no sexual harassment, and I remember looking around, going, "Well, now what are we gonna do?" Like we would like mess with each other all the time.
Well,
you know,
you don't need bravery and physical attributes.
Oh, now you tell me.
I tell stories when I was on the job, and people go, "Oh, you would get fired for that today."
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
Oh my gosh!
Just crazy.
I mean, that's called a sense of humor, people.
Yeah, one of the silly things is what I remember is I was in one house and they put a alarm clock. The guys in the wall. They took the sheetrock down. They put the alarm clock in the wall. The alarm set for 3 o'clock in the morning. Sheetrocked it up, beautiful, painted. I mean, really effort. You know what I'm saying? And the next
in the
night,
firehouse they did this?
yeah. And the next night, when this one guy that was his bunk, he would lay down and beep, 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 and he had no idea where the alarm was coming from.
That's amazing. That's
beautiful.
just
That's
funny
a beautiful
stuff.
thing.
I
So
used to live in the same neighborhood that I worked in, and it was Engine Company 321. So when I would drive by and they were out, I would go into the bunk room and set the alarm for 3:21 in the morning.
these are the things that
make you happy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we had another guy.
And nobody got mad. Everybody had a sense of humor.
Everybody got even.
Yes, exactly.
I took a string with a quarter tied to it, and over a guy's bed, I put it over the light, right? So when it came down, it would hit him in the chest. And I'm in the bed next to him, holding the thing. Every time he started dozing off, beep, I put the thing back. Just whoa, what's that? What's that? Right? And the whole bunk room, he turn on. I feel something hit me right. And hours. It's a beautiful thing.
When you were telling the story about Mother's Day, it reminded me.
Bring a knife?
It reminded me. We used to have a Dead Father's Day party. So
what was it?
Dead Father's Day party. So your father had to be dead, and you can invite him to the party. So guys would go, "Can I come?" And they go, "Nope."
Is your dad still alive?
Is dad still alive? Do you like him?
Get lost. Do you like him? You can come. We have a week.
If you don't like him, or he's not in your life, is it like technically dead or just like dead to you? Like
that is so funny. So your first number of years, you were not in my company, Hazmat. You were in the Brooklyn, and you just said how many years were you there?
15.
15.
Yeah.
And then you came over to the Hazmat unit, hazardous materials unit.
Yes, did 6 there.
6 there. And it was an interesting unit because you're not sliding the pole anymore. You're not racing to calls. It's more methodical, right?
Yeah.
You'd show up. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of talking. You had to be really smart.
Whooper.
You had to be a smart whooper. And we enjoyed the guys there. Yes, Butch.
And I'm going to do it again. I need Roseanne and John to separate a little bit and tell people, our new viewers, what's over your shoulder, John.
Oh,
you're talking about it.
Right. So thank you, Butch. So behind us is the company that Joe and I were in. Hazmat Company number 1, Squad 288 was the other company in the house. Most firehouses in New York City have at least 2 companies. Some of them have 3, right? Or 4, some of them. It's not that many. And some of them are single house. Only 1. We had 2, and they were both in the Special Operations Command, specialty units. And we were in the Hazmat unit. A lot of training, going away to different parts of the country, bomb school, nerve agent school, all kinds of interesting stuff. And thank God I was blessed to be able to do that, because then I taught outside of the FDNY, and to this day, still teaching because of the training I got from the FDNY. So very lucky there. So Joey was one of the funny guys in the house, though.
Thank you.
Had a very good sense of humor, kept us on our toes. I think we told a story before.
You guys were easy, though.
I know. Coming from Brooklyn, those guys are tough. We were easy.
I got guys with, here, smell the cake. I think it went bad. I mean, come on.
That's
I only fell for it 3 times, Joe, and it was separated by a few months.
Like, it stopped being funny. You feel sorry for them.
Yeah, you're like, he's really going to smell it again.
But I didn't fall for
this guy.
one day after the other. It was like 3. There was a gap of 3 months.
It should happen once and never again.
Well, it should, but not for Johnny.
Once and never again.
That's fun, and this is one of the simple things. I remember one day we had the cake on the table. somebody bought a beautiful cheesecake. And Kevin Kubler came in with sliding on the table right through the cake, on his face into the garbage. The guy spent about $20 on the cheesecake. He's coming in, he's new, first time in the house, cheesecake's in the garbage. Not nice.
That's sad.
We wanted to talk about the armor
Where's
tank
the
museum.
knife? He's taunting us with these things.
I'm teasing. Where's the knife?
Where's the damn
We'll
knife?
find it. We'll find it. Tell us a little bit about the armor tank museum. We got about another 2 minutes here, Joe.
2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Because we got a big comic in tonight.
Oh,
big time, Chris Roach.
we got. He's in the green room. I understand he only wanted green M&Ms.
Yes, green M&M. We got to save one of these for him.
I had to go to CVS and separate
So,
them.
Joe, tell us a little bit about the Armor Tank Museum. You volunteer out there sometimes.
So it's at 1330 Round Swamp Road in Bethpage.
I could have given the address. That's all I meant.
Located in Old Bethpage Park.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an armored museum that has armored vehicles dating back to World War I.
Really cool.
To Joe's era.
Yeah.
And
insult our guests. Joe make it insulted.
No, I meant to say the modern stuff, not like.
Oh, all right.
The not so old stuff.
All right.
So going back to stuff we used in the Middle East. Anyway, they're having a World War II weekend. Very interesting. It's an organization on Long Island called
Keep talking.
Long Island Living Historian Association in cooperation with the Army Museum, and they're going to bring out all their armor and reenact the World War II encampment for the weekend for the guests.
And it's really cool. And they actually
it's really good.
Just bring helmets. They actually shoot real ammo out of the tanks, and sometimes people get hurt.
Can I tell a cool story about the museum?
Yeah, that's what we did the show.
Can I tell a cool
What's that?
story?
Museum.
Can I tell a cool story about the museum?
Yes, we only got a minute though.
I know. So we did a very big show with Joe. Joe was cooking out there at the museum, and Joe Piscopo. Yeah, Chris was there. Joe Piscopo was our big guest. He actually found the tank that his father was on when he was in the Army. It was amazing. He found the exact tank that his dad.
He was blown away, and and the one thing the guy told us is don't go on top of the tanks. Make sure turn around. Who's on top of the tank? Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo.
I'm like, well, you didn't even sing a song yet. If you freaking get hurt, everybody's here to see you. Good friend of Laughter Saves Lives, by the way, Joe Piscopo. He's had me on his show a number of times. You were like above and beyond with the sandwich and this and the person.
You gotta have one.
And a few yucks. She'll have one. She'll probably take 2 or 3 when we're not looking. She's got to be in shape for the pickleball, though. You got to be running around, and we got to get you back. And Joe played pickleball with us once or twice. He's one of those. He bought all the gear and everything, and then it's sitting in the closet now.
Yeah. Well, I broke my toe.
Broke his toe.
Making the bed.
It's not easy. It's not easy. So thank you for coming all the way from Brooklyn.
Yeah, no problem.
I want you to hang out and because we got our headline here.
I'll be over there. I'm going to bring Joe a piece of.
He's working. He's getting in shape for the bout. So give him
your training.
Yeah.
That's part of the regimen.
He'll only have one.
I'm a super heavyweight. We're good.
He's got to go up in class. Dude.
All right. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure having one of my brothers on from the FDNY. One of my favorite brothers, by the way. We're going to commercial. We'll be right back with the big guy. Chris Roach is here.
When disaster strikes, call Bullifus Restorations, Long Island's leader in all property damage restoration. We provide fire, water, mold, and soot cleanups with hands-on expertise. Our 24/7 rapid response ensures the smoothest and fastest path back to normal. We'll coordinate the entire process from cleanup to repairs, even help filing your insurance claim. We're insurance claims specialists and are committed to getting you back to pre-loss condition. Bullifus Restorations, the disaster experts you can trust.
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives live. Chris Roach is here. He's already had 2 eclairs.
This is so good.
Big guy, thank you for being here. If you don't know who Chris Roach is, shame on you.
Shame on you. You're living in a hole.
You live in a hole. This guy has been on the telly. He's been on television.
No, He's been on major networks. Okay?
Major, not
He's
major,
famous.
famous
In Ronkonkoma.
in Ronkonkoma, famous.
This is man chewing gum. This is man who does rap lyrics as poetry, which he doesn't do enough of, and I love them.
Funny stuff on what is it? You on Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Check him out.
But you know him from Kevin Can Wait because he's
Kevin Can Wait. He was on a sitcom with Kevin James. He's been in a few movies.
Yeah.
What movies? Name a movie that you were in. Like, well, you named a few there, right? Did you name?
No.
No, I have one coming out. I did a scene with Matt Damon.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah. It was
Oh,
really nice.
fancy pants.
Wow.
Matt Damon and Casey Affleck.
Oh, do you know the name of the movie?
The Instigators. I think it's coming out this summer.
Where was that shot?
In Boston. I played a Boston cop.
Did you have to have an accent?
Yeah, but you know what?
But you didn't talk, right? But you needed the.
I had 6 lines, so anytime I
I practiced the accent, but I had no lines. So you had 6 lines.
Anytime I get an audition with the Boston accent, I always call a Boston comic, Stacey Kendro.
Yes, buddy.
I call her up. She's like, "Don't say it like that."
Stacey she's not watching probably, but maybe we'll make sure she watches.
All you have to say is park the car.
Yeah, I always do the over the top. She goes, "Don't do that. Don't do that."
She is wonderful, Stacey. We know her for years. What a great gal.
She is great.
We got to have her on the show once.
Okay.
Zoom in.
So I just do like a subtle
Can
accent.
you give us one of the lines?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Can you remember them?
What was one of the lines? It's at the fire department. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, like that.
It's at the fire department. How's that sound? Is that Boston?
It sounds well. If for a New Yorker, it sounds Boston.
I'm
Fire department.
I'm sure you were amazing.
Yeah,
Look at you with the
love Chris Roach.
I know
I make no bones about it. I don't hide it. I love him. He is the nicest man I've ever met.
He's
the kindest comic.
And he's touching my leg. And a good friend
and he's very
of the Laughter Saves Lives comedy tour. This man is coming to Manhattan for us. For the kind of money I pay, you think, he would go like, is it around the block? I ain't doing it.
That's why I was separating M&M's so he could have only the green ones, because I know that John is like,
he is a good man to Laughter Saves Lives.
Do you shave your legs?
I do shave my legs.
I do. Wow.
I do.
Were you a runner?
I shave him for Roseanne.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know like a lot of runners shave. He's got big legs.
No. I shaved for Roseanne because she tells me she needed me to shave. Did you mean my legs too? You didn't, right?
I just meant your face, but thanks for the legs.
That's a whooper.
That's
so Chris, Kevin, now you've been movies.
Now,
well, you're not the big star of most of these movies, right?
No,
you show them. So how do they treat somebody like you who's doing 6 lines? How's that? Do they feed you? People don't know this stuff. You know what I mean? Do they feed you?
Thanks, Butch. I didn't realize that was you back there, by the way.
That's Bobby. That's Bobby.
That's not Butch, right?
That's not Butch. Butch is in Jersey,
Hey,
and we're trying to keep him there.
Butch, I didn't realize that was you.
Yeah, that was it. That was Butch. That was Butch. Don't point at him. He's down there. Here he comes. Don't point at him. So
I'm like, that's Butch.
No, that's not Butch. That's Mini Me. That's Mini Me.
I met Butch like twice.
No, I've met you like 12 times. We were even on stage together once 20 years ago.
I knew there was a 2 in the number.
No, I was a lot fatter and I had a beard and a lot of hair.
And
this looks like your after photo. This guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, Butch. I was going to say you look really good, Butch.
So.
Butch, now if you missed that, he thought Bobby was Butch.
I got it.
Oh, all right. I just have to explain the jokes.
I'm sitting over there and I'm hearing the voice. I'm like, it's the guy from the back talking. I'm like, oh.
You know, attention.
I felt so horrible. I'm saying, hey, what's up, Butch?
That's all right. That's all right. Listen, you're a big star. You didn't need to know everybody. You know what I'm saying? All right. So you're on the set, and they got all the big stars settled in their trailers. And Roach, where are you dressing? Where are you sitting? Where are you?
This is a low budget, so I went to a hotel in Boston, and they had 2 hotel rooms together.
Right.
And everybody was in these hotel rooms. I mean, everybody.
Sleeping in there?
No, there was like makeup was on one side and wardrobe was on the other. So I'm sure Matt Damon had his own dressing room, but he was in there. Like I'm in the bathroom putting my pants on.
Right.
He's like, I'm like, oh, it's Matt
Is he
Damon.
nice?
He was out of all the famous people I worked with, I say he was probably the sweetest.
Oh, that's nice
good.
to hear.
That's good.
That's nice to hear.
Now let me ask you. Here's what I'm interested in. Do you have to? That's mine.
I just touched
it.
It was delicious. Oh my god.
Do you have to audition, or are they just like,
oh yeah,
get Chris Roach? This is who we want for the part.
I was hoping my career would get to that level.
No,
it's not. No.
Me neither. Don't worry.
No. Every once in a while, I'll get that, but it's usually for like an indie. But
what's an indie? Explain to our viewers what an indie is.
Like an independent film where they'll use like lesser name actors or not as famous.
Chris, you know what I think would be funny? I think you and I should apply to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my
First
God.
of all, the height difference.
Yes.
How hilarious would that be?
I can't dance.
It doesn't matter. We should be on Dancing.
It'd be a sweaty mess. I can't dance.
But
I see some of
how
the people
about-
they put on there, and I don't even know who they are. I'm like, I could be on Dancing with the Stars.
I would like to do The Masked Singer, but I'm not famous. But I would like to do The Masked. I think that show. Whoever thought about that show, that is so much fun.
Never seen it.
I don't think I do. One time,
It's so much fun.
Carrie Carabas, was she ever on your show?
No.
She another Long Island comedian. When I was first starting out comedy, Carrie helped me out a lot, and she was like mentoring me. And her son left Teddy, who is now probably like 20. He was, my God, he must have been like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I remember them running around the restaurant.
So she hired me and 2 other comedians. Josh Glantz, remember him from back in the day?
I don't.
Jumping Josh Flash. Josh.
I don't.
Okay. Anyway, 3 comedians. She hired us to wear Disney suits.
Okay.
And of course, I got the big bird. And let me tell you something. I was drenched by the time I got out of that suit. And I remember I was about to have an anxiety attack, and all of a sudden she's like, the DJ's like, "Hey kids, the Sesame Street characters are here," and like 30 little kids start running towards me, and all I could do was see through my mouth. I'm like, "What's going on?" and the kids were making fun of me. They were doing this, but meanwhile, and then I look at Elmo next to me. The guy Eugene, what was his name? He did comedy once in a while. What was it? Anyway, he looks at me and he's like, I hear him in his suit. I hear, I think I'm going to be sick.
It's a good part. Oh, just as you're talking about things to wear.
I mean,
Over there, grab that outfit over there. Grab that blue outfit. Really, really cool. You've been doing stand-up now. I started. I don't know.
Is this?
I ordered. Listen,
20 years, yeah.
Roach, would you wear this? I ordered this through the mail. Now these are the shorts.
Costume
These are the shorts. Hold on, Roseanne. Before you,
if I'm in Miami,
here's the
maybe?
shirt. Now, my wife opened this and she thought it was a basic first. She goes, "Why did you order this?" And I go, "Because I want to change things up in my life, change things up a little bit some days." So I want to see, like I was in Manhattan the other day, nobody had an outfit even close to this.
No.
So where could I wear this
Nowhere.
to get donations? If I said people on the air,
Salvation Army.
nah, it's too easy. I'm going to wear
very
this
simple.
outfit, right? Take pictures. If everybody will send in a certain donation to Laugh to Save Lives, if we reach a certain level, I will wear this outfit somewhere.
I know exactly where you could wear it.
Like into a wedding, maybe. Like
No, the gay parade.
yeah, but it would fit in. It would, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what I'm seeing.
I don't want to fit like at a wedding. If I walked into a wedding,
huh?
Where?
Now, you could wear this to the almost gala.
Get out of here.
Maybe
The 70s
the
vibe.
shirt, maybe. The shirt,
What were
maybe.
you thinking?
Are you mocking us? Get out of here.
No, this year we're doing with the Almost Gala. Remember we did it. You talked before about the Armor Tank Museum. We're doing a 70s theme.
I already have my outfit. I heard it all.
Did I tell you I saw Joe like last month?
Joe who?
Piscopo, and he said he's got to call you.
Oh, okay.
Did I tell you that?
No,
Sorry
but
if I didn't.
Now let me just say this. Before the show, I said to Chris, just throw out Joe Piscopo's name and say something about me. People will think I know him.
No,
So thanks.
No, seriously, I was on Fox News with Jimmy Fallon, and
Okay.
I was on an episode with him, and he comes up to me, he's like, Joe Piscopo. I'm like, Joe, we work together. John LaRocca. He's like, oh yeah, tell him I gotta call him.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, really sweet guy.
I like the way you just were like, I was on Fox News with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, Fox
I
News.
texted him a few weeks ago about maybe doing something for the gala, and he responded, Johnny, whatever you need. Oh no, when I was going to Texas.
He's a good dude.
I was going to Texas. We did a show for the 9/11 Dallas, Texas 9/11 stair climb. Raised some money for that. And I wanted him to do a video to use, and we never followed through. He said he was going to do it. We never followed through. So biggest show. You opened for Kevin James many times. Any other big acts that you opened for other than Kevin?
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey's a nice name.
Let me tell you something. Talk about the nice. He's right up there.
Dana?
I was at the Paramount, and in the back they have like one main green room, and they have like 10 dressing rooms.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the main green room with his sister and his brother, who the character Garth is based on.
Okay.
So I'm giving them their privacy. I'm sitting in my dressing room. He literally comes into my dressing room and gets me. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh," he goes, "Come on, hang out with us." And
that's nice.
I was hanging out with him and his brother and sister. He was so nice.
That's what you like to hear.
Yeah.
And I could say the same thing about when I met Jay Leno.
Jay Leno's nice.
I'm not meaning to drop names, but after 9/11, about a year after I went out there, dropped off a tape at Hermosa Comedy Club, and the guy says, "Come back Friday. Jay's gonna come back Sunday. Jay's gonna be here. I'll introduce you."
Oh, so cool.
So Jay pulls up in one of his 80 cars or whatever. Everybody's, nobody, it's in Hermosa. Nobody's, "Hey, Jay," And he gets out, and my buddy says, "Hey, John, I want you to meet you, Jay." Hey. So talking, and I said, "Hey, Jay, have a great set. We're going to Don. Let's go for Chinese food." So we start walking away. "Hey, Johnny, you want to come to the show? You want to come to the Tonight Show?" Well, that's what he was doing, Tonight Show. Right. "You want to go to the Tonight Show? Come on, my guest." And I looked at him and I said, "Joe, I'm sorry. I think the show sucks."
Okay, yeah.
At
least you're honest.
And he smiled and he said, and it was the best. And then he stayed after the show for about 10 of us, hung out on the stage. So no matter what happened with Conan O'Brien, my son was all pissed off, upset. I can only say the guy was a perfect gentleman when I met him.
That was the Comedy and Magic Club, right?
Hermosa Comedy and Magic. Yep.
I would love to do. I would love
nice
to do
club.
The club.
Nice club. Yeah, I wasn't good enough to do that.
I'd love to get out of restaurants.
Yeah. I remember I did one restaurant in upstate New York. It was July. And the guy says to me, now I'm 6'6". Right now I'm weighing about 255. Then I was pushing 300.
Okay.
And the guy goes to me, he goes, "Whatever you do, don't mention that the AC's, it's not working that good." I'm like, "Guy, when they see me on that stage,
they'll know.
I'm going to be, how am I not going to mention it? Because I sweat when I'm on stage."
And you have the
I got the towel.
The towel, yeah.
Whatever you do, don't mention that the AC's not working. I'm like, obviously you haven't met me before.
So how long were you up there before you mentioned the AC? 30 seconds?
I didn't have to. I was like wringing out my sweat rag.
No. So all right. So you opened for Dana Carvey. You opened for Kevin James. I don't want to put you on the spot by Kevin James. I know he's been good to you when on sitcom. Good guy to you?
Yeah, very good guy.
That's not a fair question, though. What are you going to say, though?
People always ask me all the time what he's like. Sometimes I think they want me to, they're expecting like a horror story. And then when I tell them, I said, listen, he's like, if you look at the character on King of Queens, I said he's a much shyer, humbler version of that.
Maybe, and sometimes people confuse shyness for aloofness.
Yeah,
Ooh, aloofness.
He's
Whooper.
He's a family guy. He's very humble, and you don't see him in the media a lot, talking, doing interviews. He's just very.
I can always tell a celebrity that is a nice person, whatever, because you never hear scandal about them.
Never.
They're home with their families. Yep. They're doing their thing. And their entertainment thing, it's their job.
You know, the coolest thing I get to see while opening for Kevin is before every show, he always greets a few fans.
That's nice.
And a lot of times it's special needs kids, and to see their faces, like the kids who recognize him from whether mall cop, whatever. It's really incredible.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now. You're always writing. I know you're always writing. What's something that hit you funny in the last few days where you go, because that's how comics work. That could be a bit, that could be a bit, but it's not done yet. Was there a funny premise that hit you that you go, I got to develop this?
I'm trying to think. I mean, even on the way over, like I was a few minutes late coming here because I always think I have more time in the day than I do. It's always like I always feel like I'm running. And I think that if I would have unexpectedly die and go to heaven and I'd see St. Peter, I'd be like, I think I'd be the only person to ever show up there annoyed. Like, what are you doing? I got to get back down there. I have 2 phone calls I got to make. My cell phone's going to get shut off. My cell phone's going to get shut off.
There's something there. There's something there. I love that. And that with all comics, when you have a bit that hits you, and you don't write it down, I don't remember things. So I got the notes.
Yeah. Right now I'm trying to make funny with this. So far, sometimes I'll do jokes that only I think are funny, and I never used to do that.
That's my set.
Yeah, well, that's
my whole set.
I'm trying to work in the orange. You ever have a box of Kleenex, and at the end, like when you're like 10 away, an orange tissue comes out?
No.
Yes.
Never.
No,
In the
I'm
box,
telling you,
in
that's
the
a
box,
great idea.
In the box of Kleenex, when you're using it, when
Right.
you get down to the last 10, an orange tissue comes out, or
that.
the light orange or tangerine
It's
tissue,
almost empty.
and it reminds you that it's almost over. And
Right.
I feel like I pulled my tangerine tissue of life. I feel like it's almost over, and I feel like
You know,
that is funny.
Apparently, you know, you're a big star, so
Okay.
you can afford
30 seconds.
Kleenex. So
Yeah.
I have to go get. I've never seen the tangerine tissue.
Hey guys, what a great show. We wish Joe Malonis luck in the boxing match, that he doesn't get hurt, raises a few bucks. Brooklyn Joe came from Brooklyn.
With all the food, all
in
the
traffic.
food.
If you don't know freaking Brooklyn, the Belt Parkway, he
dude.
brought a hero. He brought food.
Hero.
You know, Italian, you bring food, whatever else he did to that didn't matter.
That's
He
right.
brought the food. And again, he wasn't funny, but he brought the food.
There's so many famous eateries.
And he
in
didn't
Brooklyn.
whack
Oh my God.
anybody, so we're good.
And we had on our favorite comic, Chris
Yes,
Roach.
for sure.
Thank you for being a friend to Laugh to Save Lives all these years, brother. We really appreciate
Happy
it.
Mother's Day
And
to
thank
all
you.
the mothers this weekend.
Your mother.
This guy used to give me my very first guest spots when I first started. This guy right here.
Thank you so much. We're going to be back next week with Roseanne. We'll talk more Mother's Day stuff. Right now, we're going to the Lighthouse Diner. Good night, everybody.
But